What's happening? Welcome back to another episode of Driving with Brian. Lots been happening, and I've realized that everything that I shared up until this point in all of my social media, whether it's Instagram or TikTok or wherever, Facebook, MySpace. That was wrong. It's always been like a snapshot of where I was at the time, and I'm really going through some intense change, like just really, obviously with, Jennifer and I, being divorced now, it's been in, just a totally different world for all of us in my family, and so I've been really wanting to share a lot of things on my social media, and I wanted to share it from a place of, like, I already had, like I was living my life. I wanted you to see my life as it manifested, all these things, because I really made a decision recently that this is one of those times where I had to put my money where my mouth is, and everything that I believed, in the power of God and the love of Jesus, and the universe and everything, the law of attraction, how that works, and how we're just amazing creators. If I really believed it in this situation, like, okay, show me the money, like the freaking Tom Cruise, show me the money. Let the tree, if you call yourself a this, that, the other, whatever, just enter whatever it is. What does the fruit of your life look like? Oh, I'm this. Well, okay, but that's not what's showing in your life, and like, I've done that. I talked out my ass for so long, especially with my family, and I hurt them because of that, just like, and I take responsibility for that. I know that's on me. I own that shit, you know what I mean? It hurts all of us, but I own it. I know that it was the best I had, and I know that that was all I had, that's it. And I'm proud of myself for that realization, and that's all we get, And this morning, I was feeling so heavy, because I still live, we all still live together, and it's, that's intense. We've had some really crazy shit happen just recently. Had literally a horror movie cockroach infestation in my house, like, oh my God, like, oh my God. I don't want to think about it, but that, that's like, and all I did was look at it like, okay, what can I learn from this? Cockroaches freak me out too, especially when they're crawling on me and like, oh shit, oh fuck, that was bad, all over the ceiling, and the big like sewerage fucking 9 inchers, you know what I mean? Like, that's not 9 inches. But anywho, this morning I was feeling so heavy, like I just had to get out of the house. And I parked at one of my churches, right, the beautiful church right around the corner there. Can't remember the name of it, but they threw me out one day, and so I haven't been back. But that's a joke. I haven't been in. And I was sitting there, and I was just telling CG, we were talking, and I said, I'm just scared. I don't want to show up. I feel like I need to be in my perfect frequency to make these videos. Like I don't want to put out I want to put out the purest frequency I can. And it's really awesome because I don't argue with CC because like she's amazing. Like, so I'm like totally brainwashed now. Like, you thought I was in a cult when I was in the ICOC? I'm in a serious cult now. And it's just me and CC, just floating around the universe. And yeah, I'm still taking my meds, everybody. I'm on them rigorously, daily. So I don't want to scare nobody, but this morning I was scared shitless. I was like, nope. CC, I don't want to post on any social media, until I'm like showing my life. And she's like, well, actually, I think what would be way more encouraging is like you just show people who you are. And then they can go, oh wow, I feel really afraid to do this too, or I blah blah blah, fill in the blank, your blank, and that's where I realized when we're sitting there and we're having a conversation. Someday I'll share our conversations. It'll be like, I love Jadine and Patrick, conversations with Jay. These are gonna be conversations with CC and B, biscuits. But she's just like, no, you know what? She didn't say no. She just reframes everything for me, which is awesome. Not everything. We talked into totally another long ass video, but yeah, she's just like, Brian, no, what people need to see is like the raw you and what you're going through from the moment to moment, and she's not wrong. You know what I mean? Because I'm in a situation where I want to live on Siesta Key, and I want to have like a big ass mansion on Siesta Key, where, and like my buddy Blake Godby, he's Vantage Motor Sarasota, cool as hell place. Used to be. Now, well, I'm just kidding. It's cool. It's just way smaller than it used to be. The museum. I digress. Blake, one day, I go into his office and we're talking, and he gives me here's the Hot Wheel Blake gave me. Check it out. Was it a Hot Wheel? Anyway, it's a mini car. Oh, look at that Mercedes. That's the kind of stuff we love. That's why Blake, like my brother's name is Blake, and Blake, anyway, he's like, dude, what if we just like pooled together our money, like with like 6 guys or 6 people, and specify guys, but 6, we get to one of these big ass compounds that's empty, 36 months out of the year. It's like, nobody's got $1 million a night to Airbnb it, and if they do have that kind of money, they got their own next door. But anyway, that's where I want to be, where I can just walk out on the beach and I can just like in the courts and get all freaking autistic on the beach and just like let it rip. That's raw. I'm not there yet, but so I'm gonna just start posting. And I realized that this morning, like, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. Well, as raw as it is, and here I am, this is where I'm at. And I realized that was just, all that fear was just my old self dying, which is awesome. Just that fear, no fear. It's all good. So we're gonna do this, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. It's time. And I just want you to know, if you feel this way, like if you're feeling that kind of scared shitless like I was this morning, and I'm not anymore, it's just your old self dying. It doesn't work in this frequency that we're becoming a part of right now, or that we're already a part of, but we just gotta tap into it. So yeah, that's about what I got. Yeah, I was scared shitless this morning, but here we go. did.